All right, what's up, guys? Kyle Cardoza here. Just in Washington D.C. Really grinding, masterminding with some of the top leaders out here. But I really wanted to come at you guys, basically, with how to do a home event. Because home events are basically the bread and butter of network marketing. Every single great network marketer has built his organization through home events. And basically, through home events and home events only, my team over at the University of Rhode Island, we've built our team to about 90 kids all through home events, all through meetings. So I basically just wanted to touch base on that and say exactly what we do, exactly what I believe a home event should consist of. Okay, so let's say you're having a small home event. Okay, small home events are fine. Small home events, there's no problem with small home events because small home events really utilize the fact that you can focus on a specific person. Really utilize the fact that there's a lesser number of people, so you can get the message across more. So basically, if you're doing a home event, you want to make sure you know the time. What time do you want to do your home event? You want to make sure the days. What days do you want to do your home event? And you have to make sure your team is plugged in with you, following the exact steps that you're doing. Okay, guys, we're having a home event Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, on Monday, we're gonna have a home event on 5:30 at 5:30. Wednesday we'll have a home event at 4. Friday we'll have a home event at 2 o'clock. Okay, especially utilize the fact, if you're on a college campus, utilize the fact that you are on a college campus. Okay, guys, being on a college campus, it's one of the easiest ways to build the business because we have access to so many people. Okay, so what you want to do is, what I tell my downline, how to invite to a home event, because you can have a home event, but if nobody shows up, it's kind of a fail of a home event. But basically, how to invite to a home event, simply text your friend, okay, whoever it is, text them, be like, yo, dude, what are you doing right now? What are you up to? Nothing much, dude. What's going on? Are you busy tomorrow at, maybe around 5:30? Oh, no, man, my schedule's pretty free. Why? What's up? Well, me and my friends, we're doing a presentation in the library, and we need feedback on what we're presenting about. Could you come through, bring some of your friends, and tell us what you think? Yeah, sure, man. What time you said it was at? 5:30? Yeah, dude, 5:30. All right, great, I'll be there. That's what you say, guys. You don't say we're doing a presentation about how to make money. We're talking about a business. You don't say anything about making money. That is not what you do at all. Basically, you say, doing a presentation, we need feedback. Because if they're your friend, oh, my friend's doing a presentation, they could think it's about a class. They could think it's a number of things. A presentation is such a general, topic, and you're not lying. You really are doing a presentation. You really do need feedback. So that's exactly what we use, and so far, it's worked out to our advantage. So once the home events, once people are coming into the home event, what you want to do is you want to have music playing. Okay, you want to have music playing, making sure that the newest person that walks in the door, oh, hey, man, what's going on? My name's Kyle. What's your name? Oh, Tim. What's going on, Tim? We're going to start in a little bit. Feel free to get to know everybody in the room. We'll start in about 10-15 minutes. Does that sound good? Yeah, dude. Okay, awesome. So make sure you greet everybody that comes in the door. You don't want that one kid, to be in the corner. Everybody's talking around him. He doesn't know anybody. He's going to feel uncomfortable. You have to do everything in your power to make sure that everybody at that home event is comfortable. We have to provide a positive setting so people are like, this is kind of cool. What's going on here? What are they doing? Also make sure you have music, okay, and not music like hardcore rock, not music like rap, like rapping all the time. Okay, have positive vibe, type of a music. What I like to use is the song "Happy," by Pharrell. That gets people, in an optimistic, positive, open-minded type of a mood. So basically have positive music, make sure you introduce yourself to the newest people coming into the room, and basically once you start your home event, what I do is, I get up to the front of the room and I'm like, hey guys, thank you all for coming out and, really listening to our presentation. I would encourage everybody, please don't be on your phones. Please don't text. If you do need to take a phone call, you can step out and come back in. But without further ado, I'm going to bring up so-and-so to basically shed some light about what we're going to be talking about. Okay, and when the next person comes up, the next presenter on your team comes up, don't talk about Wake Up Now. Okay, don't talk about a business. Don't talk about money. You know, don't talk about any of that stuff. What we do is our whole spiel is my friend Pat Collicutt comes up. He'll be like, you know, man, so how do you guys feel about, you know, being college students? Where he's like, yeah, you know, college. You know, how many of us here love college? Everybody raises their hand. We love college, guys. We live for college. Okay, how many of us party all the time on the weekends? Raises their hand. You know, you want to ask questions that the audience they'll raise their hand. You want to be interactive with the audience. You can't be standing there, you know, lecturing. We're not professors, guys. You know, this isn't a class. We're literally just relating to them right now. Okay, now my friend Pat would go into basically the broke college stigma, talking about how, you know, we love college, we're always partying on the weekend, you know, but most of us are broke. Okay, you know, he'll talk about how most of us are spending our money on alcohol. You know what I mean? Alcohol costs money, guys. You know, I probably shouldn't be talking about it on this video, but it's true. You know, we're college students. You know, I want to be real with you guys. You know, so that's what we talk about. We talk about, you know, how we're broke college kids. We need to do something different. And he basically talks about how he, you know, heard about this. You know, my friend Kyle came in, blah, 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 said we're going to be rich, you know, and he basically showed me this video that we're about to show you right now. What I do is, you know, we show Cam Pollock's 5-minute, you know, Wake Up Now Explain video. He did an excellent job on that. You know, if you guys have another video you want to use, you can go ahead and use that. But we use, you know, Cam Pollock's. After the 5 minutes are up, I basically come up, share my story, how I got involved with the company, why I got involved with the company, and basically go into the lifestyle. You know, we go into the lifestyle of the company, what it's been able to help us achieve, the time freedom, the financial freedom. What we really stress is, you know, the New York City conference. You know, guys, I got to go to the New York City conference, hang out with all the top leaders, man. Darren Fryer, Dan Spruzzi, Mike Semprini, you know, got to sleep in a hotel room with them, you know, and we really talk about that, you know, like there are people doing it. You know, I mean, you really have to stress the fact that there are people doing it, and really be like, you know, some of you guys in this room, you know, raise your hand really quick if you think this is too good to be true. You know, somebody might raise their hand, a couple people might raise their hand, and what I like to say is, if you know somebody that is doing it, if there is somebody in front of you that is doing it, it is not too good to be true. You know, they're not a myth, they're not a legend. You know, we can talk about Darren Fryer, you know what I mean, but Darren Fryer's not in the room. You know, for all Darren Fryer's, you know, in Hawaii. It's like, oh yeah, a kid, you know, in Hawaii making $30,000 a month, you know, they can't relate to him because he's not there. But, you know, if you share your success, you're right there, you're physical. You know what I mean? So you're gonna be like, wow, this kid right here is doing it. You know what I mean? So really do that. You know, basically, I don't exactly go into the products too much. You know, I go into my top favorite 3 products. That's what I go into. Because if you talk about all the products, again, realize we're talking to teenagers, guys. You know, we're talking to kids that party all the time. We're talking to kids that really just want to make money. So you have to adjust your speech to what they want to hear. You know, they don't want to hear, you know, about tax forms at the end of the year, how we get, you know, money back on some things. You know, of course I touch upon TaxBot, you know, and say, you know, some details about it, but I don't go into it overall. So basically, you know, after I'm done doing that, we show a video of you know, the Wake Up Now Miami, you know, the penthouse vacation, because I personally love that video. And the thing I really like about that video is this guy Rafael Brito, you know, they give him a little speech towards the end, you know, and he's like, this is happening, this isn't a scam, this is Wake Up Now, you know, and really shows like guys, this is happening, you know, like you have to hop on board because this is happening. Basically after that, I get up, basically tell everybody, okay guys, you know, this is basically the end of our meeting. If you guys have any questions, we're going to be, you know, sticking around to answer you guys' questions, because I know, you know, when I first heard about this, I had a lot of questions and wanted to get them answered. But before I finish, you know, this meeting, I basically want to tell you guys a quick story. You know, and I go, you know, one day, you know, there were 2 guys, you know, they were best friends. You know, their name was, you know, Tim and Rob. You know, and basically, you know, Tim, he drives all the way to Rob's house, you know, knocks on his door. Rob answers the door, and Tim's like, dude, you got to come with me right now. Like we got to go to this place. Like, just come with me. I know this is random. I know this is kind of weird, but you got to come with me. You know, and Rob's like, oh my God, you know, my friend Tim, like, geez, it's probably one of his stupid ideas, whatever, you know, he's my best friend, I'll go. So they drive miles, you know, outside of town to basically, you know, this huge forest, okay, and they're walking through, and Rob's like, you know, what are we doing at a forest? You know, like why are we in a forest right now? It didn't really make a lot of sense to him. And they're walking through the forest, and Tim's like, dude, you know, we can do this over here. We can build this right here. I want to take down those trees and put something right here. Oh, and right here we can make sure this spot looks just like this. And he's telling, you know, Rob all these great things about what he's gonna do, all these great things about what he's gonna build over here. And Rob's just kind of like, dude, like, you know, he stops him in his tracks. He's like, man, what are you talking about? You know, like, dude, we're poor. We don't have the capital, you know, to build all this stuff that you want to build. We don't have enough money to even cut down some of these trees. You know, what you're saying, I love what you're saying, but it's not realistic at all. It is not realistic. And Tim looks at him and he's like, dude, this is what I really want to do, and I really want you to be a part of this with me. You know, you're my best friend, and I want to do this with you. And Rob is like, dude, you know, thank you for bringing me out here, but I'm gonna have to say no because it's a waste of time. Like it just doesn't make, you know, enough sense. So, you know, he basically walks away. Rob walks away from Tim as Tim's standing there, and it said, you know, that each step that he took, it was basically $50 million out the door. You know, so $50 million, $50 million, $50 million out the door. By the end, you know, of him getting out the forest, he just threw away about $580 billion, guys. You know, so reverse the names really quick. You know, he basically walked away from his best friend Walt Disney, and Walt Disney was planning on building, you know, Disney World. That's what it was. And when I tell that story at the end of the meeting, kids are like, oh my God, like, wow, no way. You know, and that's what I really encourage. I'm like, guys, you know, opportunities don't come every single day. You know, sometimes, you know, an opportunity comes and we always think in our head, there's no way it's true. But we have to realize that if we never find if we always think an opportunity is too good to be true, every opportunity that comes our way, we're not going to find a true opportunity. So, you know, really look into this, really figure out, you know, if you want to do something different, you know, if you want to get a different result, you have to do something different. And with that, thank you for coming, and thank you for listening. And then people are like, oh my God, whoa, you know, like, oh my God, wow. And, you know, basically they join. And that's basically, you know, how we've been doing home events at URI, and it's been working out for us so far. So that's my, basically my spiel on how to do a home event. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me on Facebook or, you know, comments below. And thanks for listening, guys.